playoff predictions. If you guys have been following us, staying in sync, we are now up to the divisional round. We have gone through the wild card weekend, and we are going to give you our Super Bowl champion, all our winners and games, scenarios, all this fun stuff. Maybe we'll even give out our best player to watch for, worst player, something. Like, we'll just try to mix up some awards here, like what we think. All right, so here we go. We have some differences in our opinions here, but we're going to break down these games as we see fit. So first up, we're going to go with Titans and Ravens is what I have. I know you have Bills and Ravens, so I guess we could try to discuss this simultaneously and see how it goes. I'll give a breakdown of the Ravens quickly. They ranked first in offense with 33.2 points a game, and the rush offense ranks first with 206 yards. They're a force. When you look at the passing attack, not the same. It ranks last with 202 yards a game. It's actually tied with Buffalo. The Ravens defense ranks third, giving up just under 18 points a game. The rush defense is very stout, giving up just 93 points a game. Their secondary is also stout, giving up just 207 yards a game, which puts them at fourth. So here's the thing, how I see this, and I'm sure you would agree with me. It really doesn't matter who the Ravens play. They are going to take out Tennessee. They will take out Buffalo. I don't think it's possible for them to play the Texans. Actually, it is possible for them to play the Texans if the Texans win and the Patriots win. But as you saw, the Texans are also no match for them based on that matchup we saw earlier this year. Do you remember the score of that one? It was an ugly one.
Yeah, it was an ugly one. I was in Philly for that game too. That's crazy. That was it was.
I could check it really quick, I guess, but it was a bloodbath. That's all I know. It was not a good situation for the Texans. I'm gonna find it right now. Okay, yeah, 41-7.
41-7.
I was thinking something like that, maybe 38-7, so close. But yeah, it really doesn't matter who the Ravens play. They're going to the AFC Championship game regardless.
I agree with you 100%. The Ravens are a force to be reckoned with this year. They're a whole different kind of animal. Lamar Jackson, the clear-cut MVP, has definitely distance himself from anybody who's MVP caliber, because that's his game. He has been nothing short of spectacular. It's because of him they're playing so well. Mark Ingram has changed his team for the better, and whoever they play, and I got the Bills playing them because since the Ravens are the number one seed, they play the lowest seed.
Yeah, whoever that ends up being.
Yeah, so basically
anyone but Patriots.
Anybody but New England. So the Ravens, I got them playing the Bills in this game, and I have them destroying Buffalo 41-20. And I put 20 because you know what, it's the playoffs. I think maybe the Bills can maybe get some points on the board. But it's the Ravens are just too good. It's a home game. That crowd's going to be going. I don't think that Buffalo has what it takes to. They played earlier this year. Buffalo is not going to have what it takes to stop Lamar. Lamar is just a different kind of animal. He's not human. And you know what? Somebody asked me this today. How do you beat the Ravens? And I said to them, you better hope Lamar Jackson is sick. That's how you beat them. So, but I do think that a way to beat him is keep him in the pocket, contain him from running. But that's easier said than done. But like I agree with you, Jules. The Ravens, they're going to the AFC Championship game. 41-20. I have them beating the Bills.
I have a similar situation with the Titans, and the Titans and Bills are like mirrors to me almost. So I see either way, it's just not going to be good because the Ravens are an enhanced version of the Titans and Bills. If you think about it, like very enhanced.
True.
Because they like to run the football, rely on the defense. They don't throw it a ton, but the Ravens are obviously well more advanced in all facets than either of those teams. So I have 35-20 as well. So we both see them giving up around 20, I guess, regardless of who they play. So now this next side is going to be a little more interesting because we're going to have some blood on this one. Texans and Chiefs is what I have. You obviously have Patriots and Chiefs.
Of course I do.
So I'll go first, and then I'll let you tell me why you think the Patriots will end up winning. So the Texans have no chance against the Chiefs either, in my opinion. I think the Chiefs will take care of business 33-24, and I'll go through some stuff for the Chiefs because I haven't really hit on their information yet. But once we get to these games next week, we'll break down the players more. We're not going to do the players now so much because we really just have a lot of stuff to get done here. So, Chiefs 28 points. Their offense ranks 4th. You look at their rushing attack. This is the one problem the Chiefs have. There is really no rushing attack.
No.
They rank 12 out of all the teams, the worst, and they're under 100 yards a game running the ball.
That's crazy.
Not a good look for Kansas City. You look at throwing the ball, it's a completely different story. 280 yards, and they lead all the playoff teams.
Mm-hmm.
So you can see how it's all on the passing game, which isn't too surprising at this point. The Chiefs' defense actually ranks 5th among playoff teams, which I'm very surprised about, and I'm sure you might be too. 19.3 points a game is what the Chiefs have given up. That is it. I can't believe that's actually true, but it is. So they're ranking 5th. You look at the rushing defenses for the Chiefs, and that's another problem. They can't stop the run. They rank 12th in the NFL.
Fred Warner's been tremendous.
Right, yeah. There you go. Yeah, so that's what we're looking at. 49ers, that's going to be a laugher. 45 to 14. Oh, God. I think it will be that bad.
Yeah, I think you're being nice giving the Eagles 14 points.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. But I felt like I couldn't do less than 14.
Yeah. All right, well, with that, very nice. I got Seattle going to Levi Stadium in San Francisco, playing, and the third time these teams are going to be playing, and this is must-see television. I'm going to tell you this: it's going to be down to the wire. It's going to go to the fourth quarter with the last 2 minutes left. That's how the way I see it. Both teams know each other inside and out. They know their weaknesses. They know their strengths. I'm going to tell you this. Seahawks cannot stop the running game of San Francisco. They can't. It's just been a proven fact. Jimmy Garoppolo, though, has been proven when the going gets tough, he crumbles. Because the first time they played, he did not play well.
No, he didn't.
In the overtime, that's where they got that loss. This time, I see a different Jimmy Garoppolo now. I'm starting to see more confidence. I'm starting to see him make very, very decisive throws.
That flag's ticked up.
And he's really starting to look good. I'm going to tell you this. They're going to win this game. But I will say San Francisco's going to struggle accounting for Tyler Lockett. That's going to be the problem for San Francisco. San Francisco wins the game 28-24 and advance to the NFC Championship game.
Okay, so now let's see how we do with Saints-Packers, since it's the only matchup we both agree on, it seems like. So, Saints-Packers. We'll give the tail of the tape for the Packers, and then I'll say my pick, and then you can say yours. So, Packers' offense is actually dreadful. They rank 11th amongst playoff teams, which is 23.5 points a game. Mm-hmm. Their rushing attack is really not good besides Aaron Jones, but they rank 9th amongst playoff teams, 112 yards. Their passing attack will probably surprise you. They rank 8th at 233 yards. I would definitely expect more from that, especially from Mr. Rodgers. So we got to see if they can step it up. Their defense ranks, the Packers' defense ranks 7th amongst playoff teams at 19.6 points a game, so very respectable. Their rush defense is a problem, though. They give up 120 yards a game on the ground, which ranks 10th amongst playoff teams. Then you look at their pass defense, and their pass defense is very respectable, ranking 6th at 232 yards.
Yeah, with this game, I'll tell you what. It's crazy how the Packers' offense is in the bottom, and that's also because Aaron Rodgers throws to Devontae Adams and
nobody else.
And Aaron Jones. That's it.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you this.
Slim pickings.
I'm going to tell you this. They're going to find a way to score some points in this game, the Packers. But the Saints are just going to, all they do is score points. But the Packers' defense is very, very fundamentally sound. They're a lot better than they used to. Can we talk about real quick about the law firm of Smith and Smith?
Yeah,
Zadarius and Preston will be ready to go. I think Drew Brees will be under duress, especially from Zadarius.
Zadarius been on another one.
Seems to me like he's in the backfield literally every play. Mm-hmm. It's crazy. So with this game, I'm going to tell you what.
That Vikings game was Zadarius.
Yep.
My God.
I think that Aaron Jones is the X factor for this. He's going to get in the end zone twice, I say, for the Saints. I think it's going to be Jared Cook for this game because the Packers are going to struggle covering him in the red zone. I'm going to tell you this. It's going to come down to the fourth quarter, And who has the ball? What quarterback? I would go with both quarterbacks. Drew Brees is going to get the ball and going to lead a touchdown drive. 31-28 Saints.
I actually have the same score, but I'm going go Pack go here.
Oh, okay.
I have 31-28. I think the Packers outside at home, I think they'll get it done. Aaron Rodgers versus Drew Brees is a classic versus two of the best quarterbacks in the league, some of the best. So I think Rodgers is going to reach back and he's going to find a way. I think the X factor for the Packers, Aaron Jones is always the X factor for the Packers. We love ourselves some Aaron Jones. Been talking about him all season, and he's proven us right for most of the season. So we're going to continue to ride him, and he's going to continue to deliver for the Packers. And then Devontae Adams, of course, is a freak. But here's my question to you. Who on the Packers could step up and be that option behind those two in the receiving game, maybe? Is it Jimmy Graham? Geronimo Allison is not anything.
No,
so I'm not
I would go with that guy Lazard.
Oh, Lazard, you think?
Yeah, he's been stepping up lately.
Okay, that's an interesting one. I mean, that could definitely happen. And we're going to have to see what happens out there. It's going to be fun. And it's going to be a great game if these two ends up playing. When I'm looking at the offenses and the defenses from the teams, I see the Saints' offense is way better, but the Packers' defense is definitely more formidable than the Saints' defense. So that's the Green Bay's going to have to get some turnovers here. I think it's going to be tough. It's going to be conditions. And here's the thing: the Saints going outside, I don't like as much. If this game was in the Dome, I would pick the Saints. But I like the Packers at home. Aaron Rodgers at home. Something about that. They haven't won in a while. He's hungry. He needs to prove it. And people are starting to question him. Even we were questioning him before with the lack of production on the offense. But like we said, these receivers, I'm about to get some insight on these receivers. Yeah, I mean, after Devontae Adams, Lazard is actually the correct choice, brother. He has the second most receiving yards behind Adams. 477 yards and 3 touchdowns. Adams didn't even break 1,000, but he was also injured a little bit. He only played 12 games, just under it. So, yeah, that's the thing. Rodgers is going to have to make that old Rodgers magic, and I think he has it in him. 31-28. Packers 49ers, Ravens Chiefs.
It's going to be an interesting championship weekend.
We're going to cut to commercial, then we're going to wrap it up with that championship games and the Super Bowl. All right. Actually, let me see. Yeah, this is.
Let me do this real fast.
Yeah, we're basically done, brother. I know you got to get going.
Let me piss real fast. And now we move on to the championship games. So, I have the championship game being Patriots-Ravens in a rematch of Sunday Night Football this year. I'm going to tell you this. I think it's going to be a tough game for both teams. I think the Patriots are going to have their hands full with Lamar Jackson in the running game. But I think now that we've seen them and what they do, I think that we could adapt and Bill Belichick brewed up something to get going against them.
Let's hope.
I hope so. So
if it happens.
Let's just hope, and I think the Patriots defense will be ready to play. They're hungry, they're angry. I will tell you, I think the Patriots offense and Tom Brady, you'll see him angry, ready to go. I'm going to go with this one. I'm going to go with 27-26 Patriots with Nick Folk. And I'm saying this, call me crazy, you could laugh. I know you're about to laugh. Nick Folk getting a game-winning field goal to send the Patriots to the Super Bowl. I know it's crazy, but that's unorthodox. I need something unorthodox.
You crazy, boy. That's all I have to say about that. But you got Patriots in the Super Bowl. I'm riding with Ravens. It's purple. It's Ravens. That's why I'm wearing this purple. So did I just give away my Super Bowl pick? I might have, but Ravens will beat the Chiefs. It's really simple to me. The Ravens run the ball fantastically. The Chiefs can't stop the run at all.
No, they can't.
That's going to be a huge problem. The time possession battles are going to be. I would see. I'm gonna be surprised if it's like 40-20. Honestly, like it's gonna be like trying to get Patty off the field. Patty's gonna have to make all these throws and just try to match the offense, and he's not gonna be able to. I think it's a little too much to ask. Ravens 38, Chiefs 31.
Okay, not bad.
That's how I see that one going if it ends up happening. Of course, like we said, we'll discuss these at further length once they become official. Like we'll go round by round, like always, obviously. So here we go. And do we have the same? No, we don't. We have 49ers, Packers on my end. You have 49ers, Saints.
Yes.
Okay, so you want to go or should I go?
You know what? I went first. You go first.
Okay, so here's what I see happening in this one. We saw the 49ers and Packers play each other. I'm going to have to go back and look at this quickly. And the Packers are going to have to travel across the country to Levi Stadium, so everyone probably sees where I'm going with this narrative already. Not really playing any tricks here. I just don't think the Packers match up very well with the 49ers. We saw how bad it was when they played, and I'm about to get that score, but it was ugly. And this is what the last time the Packers traveled to San Francisco. This was the end of November. It was 37-8. It was absolute domination on all sides of the ball by the 49ers. They dominated the line of scrimmage. They ran the ball down the Packers' throat. They were in Aaron Rodgers' grill basically every play. I just don't see this matchup turning out much better for the Packers. I mean, they'll play it closer. It won't be that bad of a score again, but I just don't see how the Packers, even with Aaron Rodgers, can win in San Francisco. I have 27-20 49ers, so my Super Bowl is Ravens 49ers.
Very, very nice input. I like it, brother. Very good. I have it differently. I have 49ers Saints. I'm going to tell you this. It's going to be high scoring again. It's going to be both teams going over 30. I'm going to tell you what. I think that the run game of the 49ers is going to be the X factor against the Saints. And I think that the Saints are going to give that second-ranked pass defense or first-ranked pass defense of the 49ers everything they can handle. Richard Sherman's going to have his hands full with Michael Thomas, but I think that Richard Sherman gets the upper hand. I'm going to go 35-33, and it's going to be because Jimmy Garoppolo is going to lead a touchdown drive with 5 minutes left, but it's the 49ers defense making the play the exact same way Richard Sherman sent the Seahawks to the Super Bowl for the first time, batting away a pass and somebody picks it off.
Wow.
The exact same way. That's how I feel. So my Super Bowl is Patriots, 49ers, Master versus Apprentice, Brady versus Garoppolo, Bill Belichick versus Kyle Shanahan again in the Super Bowl. All so many storylines. Everybody wants to see it. Jedi versus Padawan. Everybody wants to see it. 49ers, Patriots, Super Bowl. Now, you want me to go with my Super Bowl prediction or you want to go?
Go ahead.
Okay. All right, so this game, I'm going to tell you what. Patriots' run defense has been a bit shaky. I think they're going to get that cleaned up to stop the run. They're going to try to make Jimmy G beat them. Make a quarterback who we drafted who was supposed to be our heir apparent but got traded away for a second-round pick.
You can't hold on to him forever, brother. I keep trying to stress this. You can't keep Jimmy G locked in the dungeon forever. He was meant to be a starting quarterback. You have to let go.
It's so hard to let go, but I agree. I'm happy for Jimmy G. I'm very, very happy for the success he's had.
How many years did you have him? 3 or 4?
3.
Yeah, that's a long time.
Yeah. So, here's what I think. Patriots are going to stop the run. It's going to be low scoring. You might call me crazy. They're going to stop the run. Jimmy Garoppolo is going to make plays. But it's Tom Brady in the Super Bowl who we're talking about here. And Jimmy Garoppolo knows that. I think the Patriots make enough plays. I think Sony Michel's going to have another big game. I think Sony Michel in the playoffs is going to be big because that's where he does his damage. He did it last year. I think Patriots win the Super Bowl 17-13. And
wow.
I think after the Super Bowl, I hate to say it, I think this is when Brady hangs it up.
Wow. That's a lot. That is a bold. We have some hot take sizzling right now. First of all, you think we're going to have to watch another shit show like we watched last year with the 13-3 nonsense? Or was it 13-3? That's what it's
final was. It was 13-3,
right?
yeah.
Oh my God, it was putrid. I really hope that doesn't happen again. At least 17-13, I guess, is a little more scoring, barely, but it's 10 more points. So, actually, no, it's 14 more, but whatever. Doesn't matter. I just hope that matchup doesn't happen because I don't want to see the Patriots in the Super Bowl. That's why the Ravens are in the Super Bowl, and I also think they're a better football team, obviously. And Ravens 49ers will be an outstanding Super Bowl that I think everybody truly wants to see. Except you and Patriot fans or whoever else may like the Patriots, I guess. But regardless, if you're not a Pats fan, I don't think you want them in the Super Bowl. That's just me, though. Anyway. When they played last time, early December, this is one of the best games of the year. Baltimore 2017, they won an ugly game in the rain and the slop. In Baltimore, they got it done. It wasn't pretty, but you know what? A win is a win, especially when it's a significant one like that. Here's how I see it going this time. I think it's going to be a physical battle. These teams are both going to try to implement their wills running the football. Yep. It's going to come down to who makes more plays in the passing game because both these teams can run the ball successfully. So here's the thing that's troublesome for the Ravens in this scenario. Their weapons are not as good as the 49ers' weapons, in my opinion. When you factor in all the running backs and you have Kittle in there, Sanders, Debo, Samuel, the 49ers have some players. Not to say the Baltimore doesn't have players, but look at Hollywood Brown, you look at Mark Andrews, and you look at Willie Snead, Mark Ingram. These guys don't exactly stack up with the 49ers skill position players. I mean, they are very good in their own right, and Ingram and Andrews especially, and Hollywood Brown's been surprising, but I just don't think they have enough. Although, I still think the Ravens win the football game because their defense will make a play when it needs to most. I think Jimmy G, like you said, you got to watch him still, especially in a moment like this. Is he really ready to take that next step and be a Super Bowl winning quarterback? I don't think so yet. I think the 49ers throw a pick late and Marcus Peters makes the play. That ends up winning the Super Bowl for the Ravens. 24-23. Justin Tucker is going to get a game winner off the Peters interception.
Wow. Talk about fairy tale ending. Wow. I like that. Very nice. Very nice.
Yeah.
So we differ in a lot of games this playoff season. We're excited. I'm disappointed, and I know you're definitely disappointed that the NFL season's almost over, but this is the best time of the year. So
it's good and bad.
Yeah, it is.
More
it's
good than bad, though.
Yeah. We all want to see
play. Except if you're a Jets fan. Said it's all bad.
Absolutely. And a Giants fan. Yeah. And a Browns fan.
And a bunch of other teams that aren't playing.
And a Bengals fan.
Yeah, we could go on and on.
But that's how we see the playoffs. We're looking forward to it. Like we said, we're going to definitely have a breakdown of the divisional games once they're set next week.
Might have some articles too.
Yep, write some articles. Especially, I could say this. I will write an article no matter what happens with New England. I want the one thing.
Oh yeah, totally.
The one thing I will do is with the playoffs is I'm definitely going to do a lot with New England. A lot.
Yeah.
You'll see if they lose, I'll break down why they lost, what they got to do in the offseason. And going forward, that's another thing with free agency. Everyone knows, if people don't know, I'm big on
carousel.
Yep, coaching carousel. People don't know, I'm very big on football. I and Julian can attest to this. I'm very big with breaking news with football. So we're going to definitely have articles. I'll have an article for New England. I'll break down the playoffs. We both will. We're excited for this. A lot of more content. This is 2020. This is our first podcast in 2020.
Yeah, this is our first podcast in the new year, baby. And we have a bunch of steps to going forward. First thing I'm going to announce, and I'm not sure if I've hinted at this yet, this podcast going forward will be strictly baseball and football. The other stuff we won't really touch on much, like minor stuff maybe. Like we'll touch on playoffs, like coaching news for the other sports, but we're not going to really get into it as much as we used to. We're really trying to narrow our focus in 2020. Also have some other stuff we're working on the website still, hoping to get some articles on that. If we can't get it on there, we're going to get them somewhere though, promise. And anything else? I mean,
we got a lot of stuff coming out this year. A lot of different things. Like we said, baseball and football is our passion. We're focusing on that. We're going to be writing more articles like Julian did. He wrote his article about the winter meetings, did a very good job with that. We're going to do a lot more. What we're going to do is have a lot more stuff for you. We can't wait to get started. This is a big year, 2020, for both of us. A lot of stuff is happening this year.
It's a big year for growth. And
yes.
As I'm trying to get a job, you're trying to get a job. I want to work in the baseball industry, which I haven't.
I want to work in the industry no matter what it is. But if my goal is football, he's baseball and football. But anywhere I could catch a break, I'll definitely reel it in.
Yeah, I still wouldn't turn down a football job. That's all I'm saying. Like,
yeah.
I am focused on baseball. So, and then all right, let's have some fun here. So, who do you think? Let's see. Who do you think will be let's do a couple awards quickly. So who do you think the biggest X factor is in the whole playoffs?
Lamar Jackson.
Okay. I like that one too. I'm going to go with Nick Bosa and the 49ers.
Okay.
How about defensive on the defense? since I just gave Bosa.
In the playoffs, I'm
Yeah.
gonna go with my scenario, Stephon Gilmore.
Okay, offense, I'll go with Jimmy G because I think the 49ers' success rides on him ultimately. In the
Yep,
end.
agreed.
And also, I think Aaron Rodgers could be one. Who do you think as the coach has the most in the line in the playoffs?
Real quick. Who has most on the line? I'm gonna go with you know what? I'm gonna say out of all these teams, Bill O'Brien.
You know what? Yeah, that's a great one because
I think he needs to win because they've been too mediocre for too long, and you know what? I know McNair definitely wants to get them over the hump, and if they can't win in the wild card game, how are they going to win in the divisional rounds and all that?
Okay, I have a good one too. Andy Reid.
When's
He's gonna break through and win the Super Bowl.
That seems to be the knock on him. He could always get to the big game, but he can't win the big games.
Nope. And then how about this one for fun? And then we'll be done. Which rookie do you think will be the best performer in the playoffs?
Best rookie?
Yeah.
Nick Bosa, in my opinion.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good choice as well. I guess I already hit on Bosa, so I can't really see it being anyone else, though. I don't think he definitely is the best by far.
He is, yeah,
of these
absolutely.
people. I mean, no other team picks anyone that. I mean, there are some guys. Miles Sanders, I think, if the Eagles make a run, could be interesting as well. Devin Singletary, maybe if the Bills somehow make a run. But other than that, I mean, yeah, it's pretty cut and dry. And I think Lamar Jackson is my Super Bowl MVP. I don't think I said that before.
Yeah, you did.
So I think we're just about good with all this here. We've a lot of content today. We got a bunch of podcasts out. We're going to have some of these uploaded as videos. This one will definitely be a video. It's the playoff prediction bracket. So we're going to see how this all goes. Take care.